Welcome back to the Playing with Power podcast, where we talk about everything CEDH, EDH, and Magic the Gathering. Today, we're going to be covering the Edge of Eternities. I am your host, DefCat, and today my co-host...
Hire here. So excited about Edge of Eternities coming out the beginning of August. Holy smokes, man. It's already here. It's already here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to go to space?
Not as it just already here, it's already making impact because of how many of us just print preview cards straight into test. So we've been cooking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from the get-go. From the get-go, man. Holy smokes. I'm excited to go back to space. I'm excited. In a non-unset.
Yes. Although the beauty of that unset, gorgeous. Love the Shocklands. They're still what I use. And the basics, love it.
Yeah, I mean, Galaxy Foils. Can't go wrong there.
No, you can't.
So what are you excited about this set, man?
I'm excited to be in an in-universe set. I'm excited to read a story that I can care about and care about the characters. I love that. I love Magic as an IP, first and foremost. But what I'm very excited about this set is what it's going to be doing to a lot of bracket 4 lists. I think this is just going to be such a fun set. But we are definitely seeing CEDH playables. And I think that we were extremely spoiled by Final Fantasy's amount of playables. It was insane. And so right off of that, still having a set with many cards to be excited about, I'm just ecstatic.
Yeah, same. I'm so excited to see all the new cards, the changes in rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Having these
effective.
July 25th, the new rule changes go into effect. So just so excited. Right. Cannot wait. Let's get into it, man.
Yeah. Well, for the most part, covering Edge of Eternities comes down to talking about what cards that we believe are going to be impacting CEDH. But we are also going to be throwing in our honorable mentions. The reason that we do honorable mentions is because obviously we're not experts. We don't know every card in the game, and maybe these cards do have a place in some decks. So we're going to kick it off with probably the card that I had to read the most over again when I first read it. It shocked me, which was the End Stone.
Listen, the End Stone was one of those cards that I like. My eyes went like when I first saw it.
Yep.
Because the text is crazy. What are we doing here? Play Magic.
There's no way as a CEDH player to not get excited when you read when cast, draw card.
Yeah. It's like cast a spell, draw a card. Play land, draw a card. Oh, is your life total low? Guess what? It's not low anymore.
Yeah. So it does a bunch of really fun things, but obviously it's a 7 mana non-copyable legendary artifact. Well, copyable, but legend rule applies unless it doesn't. And for the most part, I think that although it's very easy to dismiss this card due to the fact that it's 7 mana, one, we got to think who can cheat this card out. That's always something big. Is it worth cheating out? And then what decks right now are just going to play it? Who doesn't care about the mana value? That's fine. 7 mana, boo-hoo.
Yeah, there are a number of decks that I think have a chance to play this. Notably, a CEDH deck that was obliterated by old bans, Arkham Daxon, I feel like has a real like life maybe with this card. The fact,
absolutely
right? A card that I actually hadn't thought about it until we had talked about the set yesterday, and Heliod.
Yes, Heliod would love this.
Yeah, Heliod this is a slapper in Heliod. Holy smokes, 7 colorless mana in a deck that you just want to wheel anyways. You're just casting free things. Now you get to draw. Yeah, it's insanity. I feel like this is a hard.
We're talking about blue light Heliod for those of you that are questioning our sanity for a moment. The ability to play this for free in that deck is very, very, very viable.
Yeah, it's So I think Heliod is definitely looking at this card. I think decks that can run Arkham in the 99 for multiple reasons. I think I currently run Arkham in the 99 of Wrong Side, and I currently get Bolas Citadel. I still think Bolas Citadel is probably the better option, but this is maybe worth trying out just to see how it goes.
Yeah. This is a card worth throwing into the ecosystem, and that's why we're excited about it. It has potential. I think some decks right now that may want to be playing this are non-Adnos decks that are on the Cradle game plan and like to cast Jeska's Will. And I think this card has potential to be loved by Krark enjoyers. I think there is such an easy access to massive amounts of mana, but then nothing to do with a lot of those decks because they run so many rituals. And that if you ritual out to play this, all of your rituals now say basically, hey, I'm Manamorphose. I'm going to be constantly drawing while filtering mana or making mana at best. And so definitely Krarkless, it could find a home in. I think it's also one of those cards that is such a, hey guys, I'm Manuel Storming. I don't know. We'll see where this goes. I'm not certain. It has potential. I mean, I think if you are already playing Ral, you might as well test this card. You Ral players are cracked. The level of Manual Storm commitment's already there. Why might as well double down?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I could see Ral being really good here. I think Krark is an excellent take.
Ral.
Yeah.
Very good. Play 6 spells, ult Ral, cast this for free. It's kind of like Eugene ult for free, in a way. It's fun.
Yeah.
But that's definitely something we saw that was exciting.
Yeah.
This card made me happy,
Same.
Regardless of the potential, happy.
Very happy.
Our next card today is going to be one of the new lands, Susur Secundi Void Altar.
Yeah.
So for 1 and a black, once you've stationed 12, you can tap it and pay 2 life, sacrifice a creature, and draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Activate only as a sorcery.
Real quick, Jay, what is station?
So, stationing is how you activate the secondary ability of any card that's got that little number and plus symbol. How station works is you take the power of any creature you have in the battlefield, and at sorcery speed, you can then tap that creature to put charge counters onto whatever you are stationing to. It's kind of like crewing in a way. I think crewing is the best way to put it, but instead of crewing a certain amount of power to put that vehicle in front of you, you are stationing the power onto this card. So the big caveat is that you can only station at sorcery. No, you cannot play Phyrexian Dreadnought, tap it for 12 and let it die and station 12. That would have been good, and Wizards doesn't want us to have good cards. So, the drill. But the idea is that slowly over a turn or two, you should be able to activate the ability to use the second.
Stationing seems balanced as a mechanic. 12 plus, yes. Right? I think we're looking at like decks like Dargo. Dargo might really like this.
It would have to be a deck that's got access to a lot of power in the command zone and or decks that are on the Chatterstorm game plan and are going to have a bunch of stuff that they'd like to tap. But I just don't think this ability gets there for anyone but Dargo, right?
Mm-hmm. Dargo's a 7/7?
Correct, yeah.
Right?
7/6?
7/6. It has 7 power. That's all I care about. So like what's...
Yeah, exactly.
What's really cool about this... And 7/5 is that if you're in Dargo specifically, you can cast Dargo, or you can use the creatures, tap them, and then sack them to Dargo. So you probably have like 3 station or whatever. And then Dargo enters, you can station Dargo, and then you can station Timna. Like it doesn't seem right, so wild to be able to do this, and then you can reanimate whatever you want to reanimate. You probably, I feel like this is a real reasonable land to play in Dargo.
Yeah, I think Timna Dargo people are already stretched thin for any new tech at the moment. Things are not looking good for Dargo decks as of late, and so this is a nice thing to try. Something that I currently look at and think, okay, if you were ever going to play this land, now's the time. We're in the slowest meta we've been in for a very long time. And so this has potential to be a good value piece. In the end of the day, it's pay 2 mana, pay 2 life, and then you get to sack Dargo, because realistically, you play Dargo, you play this, it comes in tapped, you put 7 power into it, you station Dargo, and then next turn, you do it again so it's active, and then you sack Dargo, draw 7, That's not a bad game plan. That's not terrible. For a land,
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Dargo Timna against a lot of Dargo Timna decks recently.
Ah,
And the decks are currently running a bunch of creatures that say when this creature dies, get treasures, do a thing.
yeah,
And so I think that I just feel like it's creature heavy enough to make it so that when you play this land, because this land comes in tapped, which is very meaningful,
yeah,
right? Um, if your turn one looks like land, rock, creature, turn two, like this land, like turn three is
yeah.
reasonably when
Void
you're going to do
Altar.
it, right? And I think at that time, when you are able to do that, you should have enough to activate it when you're ready. Um,
Yeah,
I like that you draw 7 cards. It's a lot of cards, man.
yeah.
God.
And if anything, just to make it clear, this card, once you've stationed it, can now do this every turn. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's not like you're just getting one use out of it. This continually and potentially draws you 7 cards every turn in Timid Dargo. So
Yeah.
it's about if you can make it past that. And when you draw 7, if you aren't, well, I'm not going to say dumb enough, but if you aren't too ballsy enough to like jam and lose right on the spot and just be like, I drew 7, I'm happy. Let's make it to next turn where I draw another 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe this also is a card that you
Cool.
could play in Crick.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of like
Yeah.
really weird like commanders
Mid-range
that
Crick.
might really
Yeah.
like this. So I don't know. It could be good. Could be terrible. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a powerful effect, and it'd be dumb to ignore it because I think there's enough people brewing out there that they can solve it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to my boy Piotr Dura. Love you. You did an amazing job in the art for this card.
Yeah, the art on this card, the art in this set is incredible. So
Yeah.
definitely. Last take on this. I think that you could run this in like decks that have creatures that are just massive in general. I think the card that's probably not going to like get seen a lot, but will be good with this is a shy deck.
Yeah. Yeah. A shy Timna is always fun.
Yeah, right. Like there could be something really cool there. Not sure what it's going to be, but I think that could be really cool.
Yeah. I used to play the good old a Razzacat strat, so that deck, loved it.
Yeah,
very fun.
I like that.
Haven't heard that term in a while.
Yeah, that's a old term back in the day.
All right. Next is our first warp card. So warp says you may cast this card from your hand for its warp cost. So you are still casting it, not evoking it. Exile this creature at the beginning of your next end step. Then you may cast it from exile on a later turn. So you do get to use it again later, which is a huge thing I think people have missed. They read, oh, you warp it in, then it's exiled. Like, no. This is around still. You may cast it from exile on a later turn. That's a big point. So this one is a token doubler, and it's a generic token doubler. It does not say creature tokens, non-creature tokens. It says if one or more tokens would be created under control, twice that many are created instead. And this is the cheapest we have ever seen this effect. And I'm telling you right now, if you are playing Thras Dog and you don't at least try this, I'm mad at you. I want to see Chatterstorm doubled with this thing warped. I would laugh my butt off.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. That's pretty nuts. You are correct, 100%. Especially the idea that you also can flicker warped things, so they just stay on the battlefield forever. Yes, man, you are so right. Imagine like creating treasures with this. Like,
there you go. There you go. You know what I'm playing this in? This is going in Tivit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is solid in Tivit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You cast this for his warp and then you cast Tivit, make double treasures, let it die. And then the next turn you cast it again.
Yep. The
play pattern is crazy.
Guess who runs Kitten already? Guess who's going to want to flicker it already?
Yeah.
The amount of people I've shown this card to and they're like, hey, cool casual card. I'm like, you boxed mofo. Get out of your mind. Like, I need you to zero in with me now.
Yeah.
We are in the most prevalent, thought-provoking, and most brew-heavy meta we've ever sat in. This is a soup.
Yeah. If whenever one or more tokens would be created, create twice that many tokens. In Tivit that's crazy. What's cool about this is that it allows you to win in Tivit when you have less than 3 opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's like one of the biggest veins of Tivit. It's like, oh, how am I going to win? I can't do the thing. Blah, 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 blah. No, you got it.
Mm-hmm. Great backup control. Marnius, Deer Christ. Marnius is going. The gold saber stonks just went up so hard.
Yeah, Marnie's pretty crazy. This goes nuts in a lot of decks. It's an angel wizard, which is pretty meaningful. The fact that you
it's a wizard.
Yeah.
It's a wizard. No. Oh man. Yeah. So many wizard doublers. Oh,
yeah. There's like a lot of decks that are. This is kind of crazy, and there's a lot of decks. Oh my god, I'm thinking about like you could run this in. Oh my gosh, you could run this in Winota. You could run this in.
Yeah. Oh, Winota loves this card. Holy cow!
Yeah, it's a lot of cards. You are correct, good sir. There's a lot of cards that.
I was very excited about this card, and then a little part of me died just a little bit when I realized, obviously, it's white. You can't run into Nala, but oh lord, in Nala.
Yeah. That's just.
Yeah. But the warp mechanic in general is stupid strong.
Yeah.
I mean, the ability to cast it for cheap to get it once and then cast it again on a later turn, that is straight CEDH playable material on most cards that have warp.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, my son is here. 1 second, he's asking me. All right, good to go.
I'm just gonna cut me in now. Timna Krark loves this card. Oh God.
Imagine if you had Delny out.
Oh, it's a 4/5. Either way. But yeah, there's other things that will be great with that. What I'm thinking is that you warp this in for 2 mana, a measly 2, while you have your Varen out, or not Varen. It would be a Harmonic Prodigy out, and then you heat shimmer your Harmonic. You win the copy flip, and now you have 5.
Yeah, that's a lot. There's like anything that I'm telling you, anything that says create a treasure, do a thing like that, this automatically loves this card. There's so many.
Tavern Scoundrel.
Yeah, Tavern Scoundrel. I'm thinking of like the red creature with Magecraft that says whenever you cast a spell, you make a treasure.
Stormkiln Artist.
Yeah, right. Like all of these cards love this guy. This is and it costs 2. People need to get away from the 5. It costs 2 mana to do the thing.
It costs 2 mana,
right? Yeah. And you're off to the races.
Beautiful.
Crazy.
Beautiful. I mean, and again, my boy Scott Fisher, gorgeous work. Yeah. The painting. Oh, I love traditional art.
Yeah.
We get the best arts in universe. All right.
Yeah,
next
I agree.
card 100%. Again. Wanted to follow it up with another warp card. We got Starfield Vocalist. Warp 2, if a permanent enters the battlefield, causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger. That ability triggers again an additional time. So it is an ETB trigger doubler.
We have too many of these. And the fact that this is in blue, it's in blue.
Oh, what was that, Tivit?
What?
Huh?
What?
What was that about Tivit?
Oh, my God. Tivit's getting some gas in this set. Yeah.
I mean, in general, Esper 8, so good. And I am known on the Breakfast Club Discord as the Esper enjoyer. That is my tag.
Yeah. No, this makes a lot of sense. This goes crazy in a lot. Warp is kind of nuts. Holy smokes. Okay, you can do.
I hear your voice. You're just like, oh.
Yeah, my brain is like wanting to brew stuff. So like I'm thinking like Kodama Sakashima. This is really cool.
Oh, I didn't even think about the Dama.
Yeah, what's crazy about this is that you could. Oh my God. Okay, so because it's a 4-drop, that's important. It's a 4-drop.
Yes.
So you could do Kodama, cast this for its warp cost. If a permanent enters, it sees the triggered ability. You can put out one of those 4 mana clones that are a copy of Kodama without Kodama dying. And then you have 2 Kodamas and you still have another ETB to resolve. Like,
yeah,
it just goes, it's so good. This is cracked. This is not,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. One thing that ETBs right now that isn't, obviously, shout out my boy Dockside. We miss you. I'll never get over it. This is going to be you know what? I need to get Tupac painted on the back of a Dockside and just hang it in my room at this point. I don't shut up about it. There are so many ways right now that we use our ETB triggers as doubling untappers, as putting lands back in our hands. There's so many decks that are using this. And on top of everything, the fact that warp allows you to cast again is so poignant to this.
Mm-hmm.
So not tunnel visioning on just one turn to you can just cast it for 4 and keep it. 4 is so reasonable in this meta.
Mm-hmm. And like this in a Rog Thrasios deck is
Yeah.
insane. Like the play pattern is nuts, right? If you have a Gaia's Cradle and you play this and then you cast Cloud of Fairies, boom.
It doesn't say non-land permanent.
It does not. It does not.
I'm losing it.
Yeah, this is like
I'm
this.
losing it.
It's a little too good. I feel like this is one of those cards that people are gonna warp it in, like Starfield Vocalist, and no one's gonna know what it is. And then when it does the thing, people will. Oh, okay. This is another one. This is Thunder Trap Trainer, right? Like, oh, it's okay. No, it's good. It's real good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If
Funny enough, a lot of Dog Thras lists I've noticed have been running Lotus Cobra recently, so that's huge.
Sure. Yeah, AC loves this.
I think
oh my god, AC
Thrasios decks in general need to be running Lotus Cobra more often, and the fact that this doubles it is insane.
Yeah. I'm really okay. The fact that lands trigger on this, so like, there's a lot of lands that I don't want to ETB twice. I really don't. I just don't. Can you imagine when you do this? You're just gonna be everything's gonna be phased out. Everything's gonna be phased out. And then in addition to that, like decks like AC, who love ETBs because land, draw 2 cards. Like they're oh my gosh, this card's crazy. Anyways, yes,
I've got a pretty crazy CDH AC list as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of my fun throw-ins. I have already pre-ordered this card. Very excited for it.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Our next card is actually something that people have been recommending as a commander, and not just in the 99. So this is Memnon the Right Hand, a 5-mana legendary jellyfish advisor. It's a flying 3/4. We actually talked about this card a lot yesterday. What it does is you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast artifact spells from the top of your library. Poignantly, we're talking about doing the top, spinning top, putting it on top. And artifacts you control have tap. Add 1 blue mana. Spend this mana only to cast cards from anywhere but your hand. And, I mean, this deck immediately wins by casting Sensei.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Yeah. There's just no way, if built correctly, that landing a Senseis and it not being interacted with doesn't just immediately win you the game.
Yeah. I think being able to... The thing about, like, so Sensei's Divining Top doesn't just win here, right? You do need the ability to keep recasting it, and that's when you play cards that enable that. But I'm down for Mono Blue Elsha. I'm down. I like this. It does work real well with our with this new mechanic, right? Having things with warp being able to be casted. Right, you're I don't know. This is kind of crazy. This is
so funny enough, I got to do an in-depth with others on Discord about this card already, because you know me, I'm brewing constantly. I got a video coming out on this one already.
Mm-hmm.
The big thing is that built correctly with Cheerios in mind, meaning artifact cards that cost 0 mana, they are now all mana rocks, just like an Urza. You can easily manipulate the top of the deck consistently enough with Senseis that we almost never brick. I mean, it's probably like a 10% failure rate with the brews that we've put in place. It's so easy to be able to cast all these Cheerios off the top for free to dig through the deck, and then they make enough mana to consistently cast everything off the top that we don't want to just draw with the Senseis. And then the Senseis eliminates any land issue blocking us. Problem is, Blue has no business landing a 1 mana artifact without it getting countered and going through the worst counterspell war possible, because right now, if you don't have a lockout card, and this deck would have to run Defense Grid in order to block it, there is no way a 1 mana artifact is landing without the most brutal counterspell war.
No, I agree on that. I think that the way there's a blue artifact that's really popular in Standard. It is called Blue Artifact.
The synthesizer one?
Yeah, I think you run that, and then just have a bunch of hasty hasty guys and just win with combat damage.
Simulacrum Synthesizer. Yeah, when Simulacrum Synthesizer enters the battlefield, scry 2. Whenever another artifact, mana value 3 or greater, enters the battlefield, create the 0/0 colorless construct. Yeah, making more mana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gives you
Yeah.
constructs for more mana.
Mm-hmm. So there's another artifact that is popular that goes alongside this that give all your artifacts haste. And so that is like what I would be doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you would like to build a hasty army of simulacrums.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it gets +1/+1 for each artifact.
Could run,
right?
Yeah, they're huge. What's the 5 mana turn all of your artifacts into flying 4/4s from not Kamigawa, from it's from where Tivit's from the hat set. Gosh.
Ooh, brother, I don't know. I don't know. I wish I did.
So the set is called Streets of New Capenna.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
And the card we're talking about, also nicknamed the Blue Crater Hoof.
Ooh, the Blue Crater.
One moment. Is Cyber Drive Awakener.
Yeah.
When Cyber Drive Awakener enters the battlefield, each non-artifact creature you control becomes an artifact creature with base power, toughness 4/4, and all artifact creatures you control have flying.
Okay, I dig this.
But all this being said, this is a mono blue commander. Do not get your hopes up.
This is a mono blue commander. You're right.
So hard to pull off right now.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's so tough, man. I really like what this is doing. You know, I think it's fun. I think that you definitely have the ability to win in a very unique way. I think it has to just try. Doing its thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see if it can get up to where old school Azami was one day, maybe. That's my hope.
Old school Azami.
So I thought I would put in some of the reprints that we're seeing that are worth noting. Green Sun Zenith, after its modern unbanding, exploded in price, and we are seeing a reprint for that. So that was very cool. We on Playing with Power got to preview guys this card, Ancient Tomb. That's a wonderful reprint.
Mm-hmm.
That was very exciting.
Fire.
And our next card to talk about is Earthros Titanic God Core. What a sick name, by the way, and just nuts art. Like, such a cool card.
Yeah. That's so cool.
This is Tolarian Academy on a tapped rock.
Give it to me.
So, we're not a rock. What do we call lands? We call creatures sticks. We call artifacts rocks. What are we going to call lands? Island? No, because that's already a land.
Yeah. On a stick. Yeah. Oh, man. This is a watered down Tolarian Academy. I think that's like the best way to describe it.
It's a watered down. That's also very poignant. Enters tap, just like before, got a station 12, but it's still going to get played. I mean, there's zero way Urza isn't jamming this any day of the week.
10 out of 10, for sure.
Yeah. Golbez is going to love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's just one of those, like, you know, if it has a chance to do the thing, it will. I mean, any deck that's running big creatures in the command zone are going to station this and run a ton of artifacts. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And for those of you who have forgotten, Urza is a giant creature in the command zone because he makes a construct that's building with your artifacts. So you're going to have station power.
Yeah, I think that if Urza makes a return, which I would love to see, you run this in Urza. 100%. Oh man, cast Urza, make a thing. It probably is stationed level 1 Urza. Like, you know, like it's already good to go. So I don't know. Sounds good to me.
I'm still waiting for Tolarian to get unbanned. We'll see. I'll have to look back at the notes about what they said about all the banned cards last time to see if they get unbanned. I'd love to hear the thoughts on that because I would love that card. That'd be beautiful.
Makes sense.
So
yeah.
Our next one is the red. And they obviously did not follow the same game plan they were at the other two, where they were just bringing back the original Urza Saga lands in station form. This one's a little bit different. So, Caveron Memorial World, for 2 mana, tap, sacrifice a land, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature. Then creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste till end of turn. And this, in my opinion, I don't know if it's that humble opinion, I think there is a world in which this plus Chatterstorm wins a game in Rogthras. I think I'm hoping and praying on something out of bounds here, but
okay. Let me think. 2/2 colorless in addition to creature you control +1. Okay, maybe. But like
the fact it gives haste. I mean,
Like you had Gaia's Cradle, Tolarian Academy, Mega Robot. I feel like red is not getting the love and attention that these other colors are getting.
Well, it is a massed haste enabling land, which can break some decks. The issue is it comes in tapped and you have to station it. And as a result, I can't stomach the card.
I do like that mentality. And the deck that I see this working in would be Scion the Ur Dragon.
Sure.
Right? Scion the Ur Dragon is great. You cast it, you can station this and use your other creatures to like help station it, and then like do the thing, like have fun.
Yep.
Right? A lot of really wonky dragons in that deck. There's a lot of fun things that you can do. So I don't know. Maybe Scion the Ur Dragon could be a thing, or like I'm trying to think of other things that care about being hasty. Maybe the creatures but you can activate this thing whenever you want, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Sacrifice a land. Yep. So maybe there's like a red deck that cares about it.
Possibly. But I think this is the card for the Brewers. This just ain't for us who are just trying to find a slot for it in the current ecosystem.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I think, and I'm reaching really hard here, it looks like a subtle Treasure Planet reference. I know they said there's no references in this set, but it I don't know, it kind of looks like Flint's Trove's ship on the top. Okay, I'm just saying.
Maybe a little bit. I can see that.
But none of the land that actually, works. Avendo, Waking Haven, enters tapped for green, station 12, turn it into a worse Gaia's Cradle, because you do have to pay a green in order to activate it. As I don't think a lot of people have pointed out, you have to pay a green to tap it. Mm-hmm. And the amount of people I see leave only open a blue source, a Manamo, and a Gaia's Cradle are going to have to remember to float that one green if they want to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
This is pretty cool. I like it. It's not a legendary land, which is meaningful.
Yes. What?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it comes in tap. Yeah. Don't let us.
Don't let it be legendary. Come on.
Cool.
The amount of lands that come in tap that are legendary are like they're very few and are also like pretty nuts. Like they're usually doing random things. Anyways, I like this. I think it does what it needs to do. Green has a bunch of stompy green things. Like there is a world we run this in Kennen. We're on the largest creatures in the format. So
I am in a place where I already have Cradle, and I do not want this card. As someone who plays the most mono green CEDH, probably in the community, I don't want it. I'm not going to be putting it in my decks. I have way too thin of margins as it is to keep up with the rest of the format, and this coming in tapped and making me wait is normally going to be a win more card. I don't think this gets me anywhere I wasn't already going, and that's important to note about any of these tapped station lands, as I'm going to refer to them as. I don't think this helps get you somewhere you weren't already going, versus the other land that we have a banned version of its original that gets you somewhere you weren't going because you don't have the original. We have the original of Avendo. We have Gaia's Cradle. And so this, in my opinion, although copyable, which is really cool, and again, maybe that's for the Brewers to talk about, isn't somewhere that's going to get you anywhere quicker. I mean, you're going from a Mustang to a Prius on this. It takes premium gas on top of that. And it takes
premium gas. Jeez.
I don't want a premium gas Prius. Like,
that's fair.
You know what? It's a Mini Cooper. It is fast. It just still takes premium gas.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I dig it. And that's saying something because you like Mini Coopers. So,
yeah. Well, our next card today is Infinite Guideline Station, a Wooburg spacecraft commander as of the rules change in 8 days as of this recording. It's another Station 12. I don't know why they like that number. I am curious as to know if they just really like Galta, and that was why. I don't know. But this flying 750, I didn't read that. 715, whenever Infinite Guideline Station attacks, draw a card for each multicolored permanent you control.
Yeah, that's doing a thing for sure. I wouldn't play it. I think that if you're looking to do this, you just play Niv, 5-color Niv that says when it enters the battlefield, you look the top 10 cards of your library and you get all the different guilds from it. I feel like that's just better, and you don't have to station it. This is cool though. If you want a legendary artifact, I mean, technically it does do a thing, but I think you can be doing better things with the same color pattern.
I would have been remiss not to mention it due to the amount of people speaking about it, but in the end of the day, what would have been so much cooler is if it tapped for and then met you draw for each multicolored permanent you have. If it, because it's an artifact, so easy to untap. That would have been very cool. But the fact that it has to attack to do all of this, get out. I don't want this.
Yeah.
Not my games.
You're paying.
It's Wooburg.
Yeah.
But, you know.
So whenever it attacks for each other multicolored permanent, that's pass. I'll give it to the next person.
Hard. Vernal Fen. We're going to talk about this card specifically in range of its cycle. So it is a new dual commander card, Swamp Forest, just like the other ones that'll also be dual for their land types. This land enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. And I think we wanted to speak on the fact that there are some people not lucky enough to be able to play at a tournament setting where proxies are allowed, and this is cool. Good for you guys. I'm very happy for you. Maybe some wandering minstrel decks who want a third underground sea play this, because it does come in untapped with wandering minstrel. That's a possibility. But overall, these are not things you're going to be slotting in over any of the lands we run now.
Yeah, this is one of those cards that just say like, hey, we've completed the cycle, and you can, if you're looking to start your CEDH journey, Vernal Fen I think is a great budget choice, depending on the cost of this card when it comes out, but I'm assuming it's going to be on the lower end. And then as you are starting to upgrade your lands, this could be one of the lands that you upgrade into a duel, or into a shock land. I think this is a very good completion to the cycle for sure.
I think these will settle to be around half the price of a shock land. That's where I'm suggesting they should be.
Yeah, they should listen to you, Jay.
If not less.
I think that.
Our next card is another commander, Kylo Apagi Mind. It is American colors, blue, red, white, and it is haste, which is really cool. And it is a 3/3 legendary artifact creature, robot artificer, and it says whenever it becomes tapped, proliferate. And my guy, do I love putting burden counters on my One Ring? Oh boy, do I like the idea of proliferating poison counters on my opponents infinitely.
Yeah, this is a kind of a crazy commander for proliferating. Now, I want to be clear, proliferating is not a sought out thing in CEDH.
No.
But I think it could be. The idea that you can proliferate into something. There's a ton of things that care about that, right? A ton of things that want more counters on it. So in decks that run, you can use this also as a tool to politic. You can say, hey, I will put another counter in your Witchclaw Talisman if you give it to me, and then I'll give it back to you or something. Burden counters on the One Ring, massive, super good. Go ahead.
Something recent, well, not recent, Exelon's Benthic Biomancer, whenever a +1/+1 counter is put onto it, you get to loot, which is pretty cool. So you get to draw and discard. So there are creatures currently like that, but something to not be remissed, and something that Proliferate does a wonderful job at is being an outlet. It allows us, if we can infinitely do something, make infinite walking ballistas and Triskelions and things like that. And then I think somewhat interesting concept that can be put back onto this commander is quickly proliferating your Urza Saga away. Not a bad thing. Maybe there's a world in which we want to do the Planeswalker thing.
I mean, possibly. I mean, there are some Planeswalkers,
Urza, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
Or not new Urza, new Tezzeret.
New Tezzeret could be a thing. There is in my mind, you could do Super Friends. That's totally a
Sure.
card you could do. But there are also things that like you can put like another counter on someone's Mystic Remora, right? Like
Remors don't technically receive counters. They just have a cumulative upkeep that gets larger.
the cumulative upkeep is equal to the amount of right. I'm gonna look up Mystic Remora. I'm gonna learn a card. I'm gonna learn something today. Mystic Remora cumulative upkeep 1. Whenever I need to read what cumulative upkeep is, apparently I thought, okay, at the beginning
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm
you
doing
put an
now
age
too.
counter. It's an age counter, yeah.
Oh, it is a counter.
Yeah, age counter.
I thought we were just trying not to forget.
Nah, no, it's not a reminder. Yeah, no, it's an age counter.
Wow.
Yeah, there's also you can also play fun cards. So this card says when it enters, it has haste. You can attack to tap it to do the thing. So you can play cards that care about counters. You could there's a bunch of cards that say like put a thing out for the amount of counters on this thing, right? So as foretold cares about this. The amulet of vigor, not amulet of vigor, amulet. Is that right?
Oh, the power amulet?
Not power amulet. There's another card. No, I was gonna say amulet of vigor because I thought about amulet titan, but that's not what what amulet titan cares about.
What's the one that Niv Mizzet used to play that it's a 0 cost artifact and you put a charge counter on it and then you have to expend the charge counter to make mana?
Ooh, that might care. Yeah.
Yeah. There might be more cards like that out there that we don't currently use.
Yeah, there's a ton of things. I'm looking at all of these. There's like so many cards that care about counters. Holy moly. Yeah, Etched Oracle cares about Polywog Prodigy cares about this. What the heck is going on? There are so many cards that care about having a +1 counter on it. Unctus cares about it. Yeah. So there's like, okay, there's a build for it, right? That's what this gets to. There is definitely a build for it.
Yes.
Like you could run VV in the 99 and then VV gets massive. Oh my gosh. There is just so many cards.
Yeah.
I
think it's not strong until you get to build something on board and then it's obvious. But the thing is you have white and you can make people not get to say anything about that. So that's cool.
Yeah, right. It's like, you don't get things. You don't get nice things. Just me.
Yep. So
yeah,
somewhere out there, someone's building something really awesome with this. I know I'm building this next week. That's on my project list for Monday. So excited to see what I can find online that people have already scrapped together. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. You also can use the Millennium Calendar, by the way. Just going to say that.
Millennium Calendar.
Yeah, the Millennium Calendar. It's a 1-mana legendary artifact. Whenever you untap one or more permanents during your untap step, put that many time counters on the Millennium Calendar. Pay 2, you may double the counters, and then if there are 1,000 more counter, you can sacrifice it, and each opponent loses 1,000 life.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That's funny.
Super good. Agatha Soul Cauldron's another thing you can do. Anyways, ton of cool things.
Correct.
I 100% think that this is viable, but you have to really think about it and how you want to make it. Yeah.
Agreed. Our next card is a card that we believe can go in the 99. It is Ice Till Explorer. For 2 colors, green, you get a 2/4 creature insect scout. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. You may play lands from your graveyards, big line of text, and then landfall. Whenever a land you control enters the battlefield, mill a card. Whoa.
Dude, this card is crazy. This card is so good in the decks that want to run this kind of card. Like,
yep.
Like Luma saw this and was like, you know what?
Yep.
I think we did it. I think we're done. We don't need to brew anymore, guys. We're good.
Yeah, this is the cocaine bear's favorite uncle at the barbecue. I mean, they're definitely getting past sodas under the table. This thing is just cracked in that deck. This format is caring more and more about extra land drops because there are more and more lands we want on the battlefield that are absolutely cracked. Because if I can drop Manamo and Gaia's Cradle on the same turn, it kind of matters. I mean, we're seeing more explorers being played. And the fact that this card is a combo piece in a lot of decks, i.e., if you guys don't know, there's a lot of decks that care about being able to have the ability to play lands from our graveyards. That is important. And then what's hilarious is, I don't know if maybe you guys saw what I did. This is an outlet for Displacer Kitten, baby. Flicker it, you get an extra land drop, and you can continue to put things from the grave, and then you can continue to shove lands from your graveyard onto the battlefield, get more mana, flicker this bad boy more, keep making extra land drops, and there is a good chance that you'll get through a solid chunk of your deck and surveil all of it with the landfall trigger. I mean, there's definite room to cook here. This is a big ass kitchen right now.
Yeah, holy moly! You know what's really crazy about this? I'm thinking about this.
What?
Yeah, like if you're running this creature in like AC, right?
Yes.
You have this really wonky line where you can you play the land, and this in my mind, I'm thinking you have Sensi's Divining Top. You play the land, you have a draw in response. You draw a card with top, you draw top again, you get the land, and then you sack it somehow. And then you just and then you play the top, flicker the Isotel, and then play a land again, and just do that, and that just gets you through your deck. That's crazy.
There is in fact a 15 mana line where a single fetch land wins you the game if you have AC, Displacer Kitten, and Isotel. That is it. And then Sensei's. That is a great 15 mana line.
Listen,
we broke AC, guys.
We broke it. It's just incidental. These you just have these cards in the deck and you're just good to go. That's so cool. This is I agree.
Well, that's what's important, right? It's already in the deck. When people go, that's a terrible line. It's it's another line.
Yeah.
And it's in a deck that's making 1 billion mana.
Yeah. It's not I think that's so important. This is not, we're not building the deck around this line. It's just we happen to have this. This is something we can pivot to. Oh, how am I going to win the game? Oh, I do have this thing I can do. I think I still got it, right? That thought, I think I still got it, is these weird wonky lines.
Yeah. And you know what? That, I think, is, if I have to prove a beneficial point to the banning of my favorite 3 cards in the format, it's that. It's that we're in a place where we're playing Commander more like Commander again. It's less let's package the most powerful cards, and it's more, let's throw together awesome cards in a soup, and then when we draw them, they get to do awesome different things, and accidentally running into combos like that is becoming way more endemic of good deck building.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. Awesome card.
Very
awesome
good.
Card.
Very good.
Next up is in horrible JPEG formatting. You read it. I have dyslexia. This is messing with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Anti-causal Vestige. 6 mana, creature Eldrazi. When this creature leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Then you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from your hand onto the battlefield tapped, and it has Warp 4. Very interesting card. The fact that it's a leave the battlefield trigger with Warp is silly. It's
yes.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I might play this in Kennen.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. The idea that I can warp this in and then just leaves the battlefield. I have a Basalt Monolith now.
Yep. Sure. Yep. Draw a card is the bare floor on this, and that if you don't have anything to put on. But the problem for me that I think I've had so far with community's response to this card is not sitting there and going, you get to put a permanent on the battlefield, not cast. Put. It is there. And I would like my Smothering Tithe to be uncounterable.
Yeah.
And then and then I swear to the high heavens, if I hear another, it's 4 mana. So is Tithe. Yeah. So is Tithe.
And it's colorless.
Yes. Colorless. This is awesome. Yeah. This card is awesome for so many reasons. If there's something you want to have on your battlefield before you pass the turn, or by the time you've passed your turn, this puts it there. And no one is going to counter this thing. They're going to waste a force of will on something they don't know that's coming. Well, guess what, baby? You just got a Bolas's Citadel.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have the lands for it, for sure. I think the idea that you can pay 4 mana for uncountable Ristic is really good, right? That's
there you go.
Right.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, right.
Now we're talking.
4 mana for these really important spells that just now are on the battlefield. All right, I have a trigger, and it cares about leaving the battlefield. It doesn't care where it goes. Oh, you exiled it. Nice. Still get the trigger.
I wonder what card cares of, can take care of that problem. I wonder
God.
Small cat-like creature
You cannot be left to your own devices. That's there's like so many cards that you just like and I think it's reasonable for people to have 4 lands, maybe 3, and you just like go and do it when it leaves the battlefield. Like you're like, okay, let's say you didn't warp it, right? Let's say you flickered it. It's like, okay, here's my Necropotence.
I have a Necropotence. You don't get to. You know how much I love saying that in Yisan? I have a Dozen. I did not cast it. There is no reacting. I have a Dozen.
Yeah. Like this thing just, and you do it in the end step. So it's like, okay, let's say you're playing blue farm, you go to end step, it dies, you put in a silence effect, right? You put a voice of many or Grand Abolisher specifically, the card I'm thinking about. Grand Abolisher. Okay, Grand Abolisher. I'm gonna cast an extra turn spell. Get wrecked, nerds. Like what? It's so good. Yeah, and this is great. I think this should be tested in as many decks that can run it. It's 6 mana, so Ad Nauseam is probably not really liking this, but I think you can run this.
Correct. It also cares about it being a permanent.
Yeah.
It needs to be a permanent.
Mm-hmm. It does care about that.
But it's colorless, so it goes in any deck. So that means we're going to see this card almost certainly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. This is really good. Yeah. I agree.
Our next card is Zulifit. Is that an L or an I?
Zulifit. I don't know.
Zulifit.
Anyways, Osteoharmonist. Yeah, so this is I love this card. Mono black. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a skeleton in addition to its other types. It has no abilities. Activate only as a sorcery. Now, I made a video about this. At first when I saw it, I thought it was broken. Cause like, oh shit, just reanimate. Go for it. And it's not that. It's those creatures don't have abilities. However, those creatures have no abilities. So like there are very large creatures that have very bad effects. And or there's like very big creatures that have good effects. It doesn't really matter. Saw in Half makes 2 of them. So
correct.
Right. So in this deck, what you're looking to do is you're looking to get things into your graveyard. You're looking to reanimate them and then Saw in Halfing those things.
Correct.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. I think this is very viable. I think this is just one of those decks that you have to like really kind of again build around. I love that I can have a 12/12. Like you're Phyrexian Dreadnought. You turn 1, cast Phyrexian Dreadnought, it dies, and then you bring it back with Zulifit turn 3, and you sacrifice it with sacrifice, and you have 12 mana. I love that. I love that play pattern. I want this.
This is going to be one of the decks where I'm going to watch it work, and I'm still not going to understand why they decided to play it.
Yeah. Like, okay, you're doing that? Okay.
I feel like you have hand-carved a bicycle out of wood, and it works. I don't know why you didn't go to Walmart. But...
yeah, it's a lot of pieces. And I don't think it's going to be necessarily great, but I think it could be one of those decks that offers people the opportunity to play a wonky commander and not have that much to like invest in financially. It's
correct,
right? It's mono black. It can play a lot of these weird creatures that are like cheap, have really bad effects. But you get them on the battlefield and then you can just cast sacrifice. The idea is cast sacrifice, do something meaningful. And I think you can do that with this deck.
I do have to say, there is actually a part of this card that I think makes it one of my favorite Magic cards of all time.
Okay.
That flavor text is tattoo worthy. They will call you a monster, but I will call you worthy is the hardest shit I've ever heard. That pumps me. That's like, oh, so just for that, I commended.
Yeah.
Like, that is sick. That's on like oh my gosh, the 1 mana green enchantment. It's not hatred. It's
1 mana green enchantment.
It's a 1 mana green enchantment that grants trample +2/+0.
Ooh, I don't know what that is.
It's old.
Sounds very old.
And I believe in its development phase, it was color shifted on accident. It's Rancor.
Oh yeah.
Its flavor text reads, "Hatred outlives the hateful."
That's pretty hard.
That's my second favorite now.
Yeah.
This took the spot.
Yeah. They will call you a monster, but I will call you worthy.
Oh, might be the Christian in me. I don't know. Just I love it. I love it. Beautiful.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
It's very scripture-esque.
Very much so.
Our next card that I have a bias for caring about is Frenzied Bailiff. For green, creature beast spell. This spell can't be countered. Trample haste. Creature spells that you control can't be countered. Combat damage can't be prevented. I am never going to lose to a One Ring again in Yisan. There is nothing you can do now. There is no more safety behind that cursed card. There is nothing that shall prevent my Craterhoof damage, damn you.
Yeah. Combat damage can't be prevented. That's pretty hot. When this card got spoiled, the internet blew up, and I had a hard time understanding why the internet blew up about this. But it's
because it's standard legal.
It's standard
That's
legal.
why it blew up.
Yeah. In Commander, I think this is fine. Can't be countered. Trample haste, that's cool. Creature spells you control can't be countered. I like that. Combat damage can't be prevented. I didn't think about how relevant that is for Yisan here. Like I'm gonna kill everybody. So I love this. I think that's cool. Yeah, 100%. This is a banger.
It will never feel good to take out anything in your 99 in any deck that isn't Yisan or Selvala to slot this in right now. I'm sorry. Like, unless you're willing to give up Allosaurus for this to make your creatures uncounterable, because Allosaurus reads all green spells are uncounterable. This reads your creature spells can't be countered.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is important to note that, yes, I may now drop Displacer Kitten and it can't be countered. And I can get around One Ring protection. Those two things in a deck that cares about landing Displacer and casting Finale of Devastation, this is kind of lit.
Okay.
It's a hard to put in card, but I believe in my heart of hearts, there are going to be Kennen players that care about this card due to One Ring and it being flippable.
Yeah. I can dig that. I like that. Spells, when my spells can't be counted, that makes me happy. That's cool. I like that. I like what this deck does. I want to see if there's a rise in the One Ring, like where we see a bunch of people just like hard lining the One Ring nonstop, and then I think maybe this might be useful, but I think that's a niche case.
I think that's where we're at with tournaments already. And I'm gonna and you know what? A little sneaking in something here for the viewer. I recently had a post to the top of the competitive subreddit called I love CDH, but I'm falling out of love with TDH. And it garnered a couple hundred comments. And I, as a result of that post, thank you to community, I have now signed up for 5 tournaments. All majors, hopefully over 100. Money where my mouth is. And I think so far what I've seen at smaller tournaments is a lot of One Rings recently. And they have stopped wins. Maybe not my wins, but others.
Yeah.
And so I expect to see this card.
For sure. Makes sense. I dig it, though. I do dig it.
Another reprint that's important, Burgeoning, has been blossoming in popularity. We've seen it in any Thrasios deck recently. It's becoming more and more important. And a lot of these decks do run a lot more lands because there's just a lot of good lands out there. So this was a $43 card until today. So congratulations to us.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest with you. Adagia, Windswept Bastion, gorgeous art. It's another station land, comes in tapped. It says for 4 mana, create a token that's a copy of target artifact or enchantment you control, except it's legendary. So you get a single copy of Ristic. You get a single copy of Smothering Tithe. What do we feel?
Here's the thing. I see a deck that's going to use all of these cards, and this deck will have Sakashima at the helm. Sakashima and something else.
Timna?
I don't know what it's going to be. It could be. Could be Sakatimna.
This is a Sakashima Timna card. You're right.
Mm-hmm. And a deck that can run that.
Whoa.
Like, you just have every turn you activate this, you get another Ristic. Like, I have 19 Ristic starters. Sure. Good Lord.
This is a good point. One that I don't like that it's correct because I play a lot of Esper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, yeah. I haven't seen Sakashima in a while. It's time.
I like that. I like this attitude. Yeah. And especially I feel like this set specifically opened up so many new avenues of attack. Just all the cards that we've talked about so far. I mean, in a Sakashima Timna list, you can run Starfield Vocalist, right? Like, this is a card that is a banger in the set. You can do Starfield Vocalist, and then you can Sakashima the Starfield Vocalist, right? Like, oh god,
Oh man, I was already set on playing.
Phenomenon. Phenomenon.
I was already set on playing Raffine for my next
Oh,
tournament,
sure.
but now you got me thinking Sakashima Timna.
I feel like they got a lot of value pieces in this set. They got a lot of value pieces,
They
man.
did.
And it's like banger after banger. And I think that you can get away with a lot of cool things. And you can play that creature that we just talked about, that warp creature goes well in it. It just puts these cards out. Puts these cards out.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go back.
Time to look back at it.
I gotta go back to this. Is it anti-casual Vistage? Let me just read this one more time. So you can put lands out. Solid. Okay. Just making sure I knew that.
Correct.
Okay. Great.
I think something that I am a bit uncomfortable with is leaning into the Esper decks with high CMC commanders, because we don't have Crypt and Lotus anymore, and that's what I felt made Sakashima so powerful back then. Hence Raffine, who didn't use either of those cards anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
But
yeah.
We'll see.
I think that you just in decks like this, like you just can do the thing that you want to do. I feel like a lot of the time you're looking for Ancient Tomb here, so it's like land, blah blah blah, do something, and then next turn Ancient Tomb. Maybe you cast. I really think this vestigial thing, anti-causal vestige, is just going to be so game breaking. I really do. Holy smokes!
Yeah,
but this land, yeah. If you have Sokka, you're gassed.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to end it on a strong note, so he's finally here. Tezzeret, Cruel Captain.
Man, this card's crazy.
Tezzeret, Cruel Captain is a 3-mana planeswalker, colorless mana. Whenever, or generic specifically, whenever an artifact you controls enters, put a loyalty counter onto Tezzeret. His 0 ability allows you to untap a target artifact or creature, and if it's an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter. The -3 allows you to search your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. The -7, which shouldn't matter. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of your combat on your turn, put 3 +1/+1 counters on target artifact you control. If it's not a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot artifact creature. That ultimate is not something we're really going to be looking at, but dear Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
this card goes so hard in Magda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, this is pretty nuts, dude. This card goes real hard. On top of that, this card, I don't think people have talked about this, but any Birthing Pod deck is just real stoked.
Big time.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is one of those commanders that, like, not commander, one of those cards that I'm like, I don't see it until you see it played. And the fact that you can look for, you -3 it, and you can look for an artifact. This allows you to get Esper Sentinel. This allows you to get these like portable holes, these costed permanents. And I'm down to search for a Vexing Bauble. That's fine with me.
And so let's talk about the floor. That's the best way to combat any of this. For 3 generic mana, you get to tutor Esper Sentinel, put him down to 1, and then play it, and he goes up to 2. So you got a 4-mana tutor Esper to the battlefield, and you still have a 2 loyalty planeswalker that you can most likely block for, or can't be hit this early in the game. And that's what's really important, is normally planeswalkers get outed so much as what can they do on the turn they're played. Tezzeret is the type of planeswalker that's going to stick. You're going to be playing a lot of artifacts, and it's going to consistently maintain its loyalty and tutor something every freaking turn. And that's why this is going to be so cracked in Urza.
Absolutely. Yeah. The floor of this is incredible. I think the ceiling of this isn't incredibly high, but it is like high enough for me to think like, okay, I can justify 3 mana to search for something good, right? And I like the option.
High floor, mid ceiling.
Yeah, and the fact that it's like you can do a thing where you turn 1, land, mana vault, tap the mana vault, cast Tezzeret, untap mana vault.
There you go.
Right.
That is big. Right. Untapping mana vault is huge.
Yeah. I like that. I think that's really, really cool. And then from that point on, and now it's at 5 loyalty. It's actually a kind of meaningful creature now. So this works, bro. this works. So.
Yeah, it works.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the fact
guys,
that you can
these
wait.
are all the cards that we had to preview and show you for the Edge of Eternities set. The biggest part of this set for us so far has been the fact that the format is in a place that can consume a lot of these cards. Our format a year or two ago probably wouldn't have used a lot of these. And so it's exciting to see that every set that's coming out as a result of the current meta is a lot more exciting than it used to be. And that's a big portion of what made us excited to talk to you about this. Alex, do you have any closing thoughts?
This set is the first set in a long time that's a Magic lore set that I feel is genuinely unique. We have spaceships, we have really cool art. We have cool art in every set, but this set I think is really speaking to me, and I'm really excited to play it.
The art direction, like you just said, they weren't generically taking space opera-esque routine, cool, let's throw in a bunch of, references art. Like we had the problem with Outlaws of Thunder Junction. We had that problem in Murder at Karlov Manor. We had that problem with New Capenna, so many other sets lately. And finally, one had the cojones to give us a terrifying outer dimension of Eternities, 6 set. And then they dropped us a little Eldrazi and a little Sliver. That was cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching the podcast. We love talking about CEDH, and we're so happy that you like talking about it with us. We hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and we cannot wait to see you next week with a special guest.
Yeah. Awesome.
Bye-bye.
Peace out, guys.